Hey guys, it's me again. I'm just making this video as a little bit of a blog. I just beaten the Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. And Sonic was, and I thought I should talk about it a little bit. Oh, they were both a fun game. But Phantom Hourglass was a bit irritating with some of the puzzles. They're not looking really hard, it says. I don't know, it took me a while to figure it out. I'm gonna talk about Sonic Rush first. It was a very fun game. The levels were fun, until somebody liked bottomless pits in the later levels. What's up with all the bottomless pits? I mean, really. Anyways. The story of Sonic was a 3D. Blade is from an alternate dimension, and her version of Edman somehow creates a dimensional rift. I don't know exactly how he does it, but he creates a link to Sonic's void, and he teams up with Sonic's Edman. So, I don't think it was ever explained exactly how he figured out there was an alternate void. How did he figure that out? Anyways, his name is Edman Neda. Why did they call him Edman Neda? Edman Neda. Like, negative? I don't know why they added that. Why don't they just call him something different? How about Robotnik? He from alternate worlds, he just says use his real name. Anyways, this is a little bit of a retconning with him, ain't it? Because there's two versions of him. The one from Sonic Rush, which is from alternate world, and the one from Sonic Rivals, that's from the future. So he exists in both universes. How does that work? He's alternate version of Edman, while at the same time he's Edman's descendant. Zelda, Sonic Team. Please explain stuff like this. This shouldn't be confusing for the fans. In Sonic Rivals 2, Edman's alternate. I'm just gonna call the alternate Edman Robotnik, okay? Or how about this negative Edman? I don't know, anyways, in Sonic Rivals 2, he told Edman his doppelganger. So, is the Edman Neda from Sonic Rivals 2? Is he the Edman Neda from Sonic Rivals, or from Sonic Rivals 2? There's two versions of him. One from alternate world, and one from the future. So, the way he says it, I don't know if he's the one from Sonic Rush. If any of you know the actual backstory between these two, please let me know. This is exactly what they did in Sonic 06 when they made Blaze from the future. They just did a whole thing at the end. Anyways. The Chaos Emeralds. The better stages were okay. Feel that Sonic's the Hedgehog 2 stages. Ones I can never do. And all because of one reason. In Sonic 2, that's just willing one of the set points, which you need. In Sonic Rival, you just need to, what is it called? You just find a thing in the level that you jump to and just use a boost over and then, portal will open up and you, when it's filled up, and then you just shoot towards it. Anyways, I have a question. Why can you get the Chaos Emeralds in boost? Let me rephrase that. Why can you get the Chaos Emeralds with Sonic through special stages, but for Blaze, the Soul Emeralds you get through the story? What's the point? If Blaze can get the Soul Emeralds in her story, why do we have to get the Chaos Emeralds with Sonic through special stages? Well, I think they both did them through the stories or both through special stages. I mean, why did they do that? So I'm happy they did that because the last special days with the 7th Chaos Emerald took me sorry. The 7th special days took me more than I think 20 tries. They did this, I found a way to get more energy and abuse me, though I would have never done it. But once I did, I went on and sorry. As soon as I did, I went on and defeat the final boss. The bosses, they were pretty okay. The last one was sheep, though. Well, the last one's in the main story, not the extra story. So yeah. By the way, why is two of the bosses we used in the same story? Like the very first boss you fought with Later Sonic, you fought again that halfway through the story. It's a bit different because it actually goes in the background and shoots missiles at you, but it's the same as that boss model. And it acts pretty much the same way except for that extra attack. Well, 2 extra attacks, I think, but still, why did they do that? Anyways, the ending was kind of nice. I can see why people let the Pale Song and Blaze together. But before they were about to be sucked back to their own wars, I literally said, "Kiss, you idiots," because it was such a nice moment, and they really should have kissed there. Because then Amy would have killed Sonic. Knowing her. But yeah, Sonic Wars was a good thing. Some of the levels, some of the bosses, and the last special days was annoying. Because I still would have... I wonder what the best days would have been Apple Blaze, if they were different at all. I don't know. But still, that was just stupid. Having one character did demos through film story, and the other character through best stages. Why? That's just stupid. Anyways, Sonic Wars was an okay day. I'm definitely on afraid of it. Now, on to Phantom Hourglass. This thing was a bit longer. As a show thing, well, because it was fun. It had puzzles, bosses that were a little bit pretty, even some bosses that were cheap. So there's one thing I absolutely hate about this thing, and that is the Temple of the Ocean Team. You have to go to that temple about 5 or 6 times through the main story. Why? Isn't it bad we have to go through it once enough? But I could have done 2 or 3 times, but 5? The main reason for that is, well, that when we do it, this thing in the sequel to, it revolves around sea sharks. Sea sharks. So, you did most of them in the Temple of the Ocean Team. But you did them all at once because once you did one, you did the other one after that because you need a certain item, or you need to wrestle one of the 3 fairies. The fairies are Power, Wisdom, and Taurus. Why is it every time you get 3 magical things that represent something, they're always the Fire Force? I mean, really. The 3 fairies in the thing might well be the Fire Force for crying out loud. Which, you do see symbols of the Fire Force in the game. Especially a puzzle type thing in the Temple of the Team that you do twice. Well, actually, more than twice. So you have to go through the same set of foot again. And yes, when you go back, you have to start from the very beginning of the Temple of the Ocean Team. You have to redo the whole temple if you die or leave. Up to the point where you don't want anymore, you have to go and go to another ferry, get a certain item. I hate that temple. The temple itself isn't hard, it's just... There's just two things that made it unbearable. The first one, British enemies called phantoms, which you cannot kill until the very end of the day. You can gun them, but you can't kill them. And if they hit you, well, this brings me to the second reason, which is the reason I hate this temple beyond words. You have a time limit. This temple, basically, it threatens your life force. As soon as you step into a certain room and go on from there, the rooms will hurt you. There's all these special parts of the floor that you can step into that protects you from both the temple holding you and the enemies. No, should have ducked up, sorry. But that ain't the main reason. Well, actually, yes. But the other reason, I think this is the second time we know that, but you actually did the Phantom Hourglass, which, as long as you have that, well, for a limited amount of time, you will be protected from the temple. Not the enemies, but the temple holding you. But once that time hits 0, well, once that timer hits 0, you better hope you're close to the exit. Go to one of the many exits. Because if you're not, the temple will hurt you bit by bit until you are dead. Depending on how many hearts you have, and how many healing items you have, which is only every 2, the temple is gonna be a nightmare. Now, the more bosses you beat, the more time will be added to the hourglass. But do not, I repeat, do not get hit by the enemy. Because once you do, the timer goes down. So not only that you are pressured by a time limit, you are also pressured not to run into the enemies, otherwise they will cause the timer to go down, and once that hits 0, if you're not close to the exit of the sea salt you need, you are gonna die. Simple as that. But this temple, I hate it. Look up the Temple of the Ocean team. You can probably see why I hate it. I hate time limits in general. If it has a time limit, set it so I'm gonna hate it. But again, the temple isn't all that hard. It's just the time limit, the temple holding you afterwards. There's just really no protection after the timer. Now, of course, the enemies you can defeat later on in the temple, which is after the midway point, I think. Which, once you get to the midway point, you can actually walk from there to the edge of the temple at will. So when you get there, you don't have to worry about opening the temple. You just have to go, it just says weave, go back to the midway point, get teleported there, and voila, you don't have to go through the first half of the temple. But there's a downside. Depending on how long it takes you to get to the midway point, warping there will take away that amount of points. So if you take 8 minutes to get there, you leave, come back, it takes away 8 minutes. So either way, the midway point, not really that useful until you get more time for the hourglass. Anyways, there are certain enemies you can defeat that, well, once you defeat them, it's also find yellow Vedas that upon defeating them, you can take more time. There's what time you get ranges from 30 seconds to 15 seconds. Well, those are the only two. 30 and 15 seconds. They're not get any higher, not any lower. And you only get extra 2 minutes for each boss you defeat. You can go up to 20 minutes. But just 2 minutes? Really? Simple OCT requires you to know what to do. If you just run around not knowing what to do, you are gonna fail. Simple as that. Anyways, besides that annoying tempo, that was okay thing. It was very much like anyway, the overworld is basically a straight scene. The dose ship. You can actually run into the dose ship, which that is actually the midway point of the game, actually. Which brings me to another point. The Dyrus is the main point to the thing. See it? Dyrus? It's the main point of this thing. Use it to the show basically everything. In order to move around on the ocean void, you have to follow what you want to do. Yeah, you just fall out from where your boat is to your destination, simple as that. But if you want to go after the ghost ship, which you kind of need to do in order to get to the next area of the thing and actually get to the ghost ship, you take it to the ghost ship then, but after you finally get past the vaulted creates, you can get a sort of, well, you can finally get another ferry, and then you can go to the ghost ship. But there's one problem. You have to move the boat a certain order around some watts in the fog in order to get past. And this took me a while to do. Not because it's hard, not because it takes forever, but because it's picky. Like I said, you have to use the dollars to fall off on your boat to where you want to go. Whatever line you follow, the boat will follow that line exactly. The was you need to move the boat around, which is open the phone. You have to move the boat there in a certain order, in a certain pattern, which you tend to go on an island. But I threw that pattern exactly, and it's just wouldn't work. I tried 10 times, and I saw videos. I looked up how to do it. A lot of people had this problem. You have to be 100% exactly where that pattern has to be. If you are 1% off, you are going to be teleported all the way back to the dot. I don't even know exactly what is causing me to get teleported back. I'm following the pattern exactly like the map says to do. And I still don't know. I just got lucky on one temp. And so that I passed it, I went to an island, saved, and went to the island I'm supposed to go to. If you don't do something like that, make sure it's not gonna be cheap or picky, because trust me, that could be irritating. It took me more than 10 attempts to get past the ghost ship vault. All because of the pattern, you have to move the boat around. I don't know exactly how that passed it, but once I did, I immediately saved. I am not looking forward to that part of the end, because I know it's gonna take me forever. Look up how to get to the Isle of Dust or Venom Isle Dust. You might find a video that shows you how to do it. But even if you sorry, even if you follow those videos, chances are you still don't mess up to teleport it back. All because it's so picky where your boat has to go at the end. I just don't get it. Anyways, the bosses in this game were kinda nice. You can't really defend yourself. You can get a shield, but in order for it to work, you have to have your sword out. But you take blood, because Well, there's no way to block, there's no way to actually sew it. Well, actually, you can sew it, but you can't just press a button and automatically sew it. But that's balls. To be honest, well, what's it? Well, yeah, the big bad guy of the game in the final boss. Wasn't really that great. Daniel was a way better boss, most definitely, in any Zelda game. It's the big bad guy there is just a giant weird or octopus type creature with a lot of eyes on it, tentacles, and a big eye sticking out of its top mouth. How is that thing? I don't even know what it's supposed to be. But the final boss is basically an upgraded version of the enemies that takes away the time from you in the Temple of the Ocean game. What type of boss is that? You can find out that that's for the entire game. So it's bigger, so the report is different, but it's exactly the same exact enemy. The only difference is you can actually fight it head to head. With the ones in the temple, as soon as they hit you, bam, time taken away, and you use some hearts. So I hate that temple. Anyways, temple, not the story and optimized is Tesla that's taken away by the doser, and it's up to you to wish to one. Apparently, somehow you get teleported to another world, as you find out later. I don't know how that works. But yeah. The Great Ocean Team. He's a giant whale. A giant white whale. That actually talks. I thought the Ocean Team, the protector of this world, was different than a common animal we have in this world. But what can you do? You actually get the fairy to, well, you can actually follow. It doesn't follow you, you follow it. So without the fairy, you cannot move. Because, again, the dialist, you just put it on the screen, and whatever the fairy is, Neat, or whoever you name them, will walk towards. So yeah, the fairy is like the did. Wherever you put him, Neat will go to. And the 19 dollars on the screen, Neat will continue to 1 until you get go. Well, until you remove the dollars from the screen. I don't know how to pronounce the fairy's name. Later you find out this fairy is actually the fairy of toys. Who lost a memory. As soon as I heard her voice, I immediately thought she was Navi. I'm dead serious. As soon as I heard her voice say, hey, I immediately thought of Navi. And I was expecting it to be Navi. But, no, it's not. It wasn't Navi. It was just another fairy. That had the same exact voice as she did. Would that supposed to be a freebie, a cameo, a nod? I don't know. Anyways. There's also she did the Polo, Bear, Wisdom, Taurus, and Power. The day tells you you can get 10 and the fairies that they go with that actually help you, but you need Finny to get the full power. How is that we can the fairies actually help you once you get 10? I actually saw a video where somebody actually had the red fairy out and each sword was on fire. And I saw he did not have any of the poles of power. He did not have any yet. So How did he do that? How did he have the red fairy out and eat sword on fire? If you could tell me that, let me know, since I would have to do that. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. So, you have to rescue Tesla. Once you get to the doorstep, defeat the boss there. And as we got on, you find out she's a dash shield. Tesla has been torn into a dash shield. And in order to save her, you have to go and free the ocean team by defeating the guy who took this life force away. The final boss it did was okay, but not exactly the way they thought it would win. In my opinion. Sorry, nose is stuffed up. Anyways. Once you actually free Tesla, well, everything seems okay. She's standing about to shake hands until the big bad of the Dane turns and kidnaps her. Tesla, aka Princess Zelda, has just been kidnapped. Again. By somebody other than Ganon. So, now you got to go and save her again. Can you say Mario reference there? Anyways. So once you save her, defeat the final boss, then the fairy member says the farewells that Ocean Team said, have to go back to the void, and they wake up on the doorstep. But it turns out, the crewmates, the one they traveled with, said it's just been on the doorstep for 10 minutes. And once they turn, the doorstep disappears. First of all, 10 minutes? Really? Like, did the world just automatically freeze when they were in the other? Does time in the other world go by faster? Well, the Fairy of Taurus is actually the Fairy of Time as well. The Fairy of Taurus is the Fairy of Time too. Okay. Anyways. What was I going to say? I'm not really used to, talking like this. So, sorry if I did it all. Anyways. So, since the Fairy of Taurus is also the Fairy of Time, maybe she just let you guys know back in time or something. I don't know. You know what would have been good and what I was kind of hoping would happen? That Tesla's crewmates would actually show up and help you rescue her at the end. Because at the very end, the big bad out of the day, I'm sorry I can't pronounce his name, takes Tesla back to the doorstep and possesses it. And was chasing it. Was chasing up to the doorstep, firing cannons at it before I get Tesla back. I was hoping that her crewmates would actually show up and help us rescue her. That was a missed opportunity on their part. Like, what were they doing? I thought to them it's just been 10 minutes and no one. But that would have been so cool to have our crewmates to show up and help us fight the doorstep, slow it down, and rescue Tesla. That would have been so awesome. But no. Anyways. The doorstep just disappears at the end. I wonder why. Anyways. The story from Hourglass, it was okay. I had fun with it. You only have 4 areas to explore on the sea. And you did a couple islands there. One island in particular was shaped like the DS. An island shaped like a DS. For wall breaking? Anyways. You also did one thing in the game that lets you walk to a place on the sea that you've been to, as soon as you find a silver for it. And that had such a Game Boy card. In fact, It looks just like this, but a little bit bigger. This is the Game Boy side here. I don't know why. What's the point of having this? It's not a game, it just goes on the side here. Anyways, Battle Hourglass was a fun game as well. The overwater exploring on the seas was okay. It's a little bit better than it was on Midway because, well, you actually decide what to do when the ship goes on autopilot, and all you have to do is watch out for enemies. And yes, there are enemies. Some are like mini bosses that you can only once. The others just pop out of nowhere. Your ship only get 4 hearts. Period. I don't know if it did anymore. I did it throughout the entire game, and you take heal the ship unless you go to an island. So as long as you're on the seas, do not get hit 4 times. Now, once you defeat certain enemies, you actually get hearts from them. So that's something. But still. The Zelda's were okay. You don't worry in the Atlas a little bit at times. You in the Atlas of Zelda's, but as soon as you get what you need there, you'll never know back to there again probably. They don't have the dogs in here. You can probably heal the healer one and the dog's that thing in front of the healer. I don't know why. Anyways. So yeah, Battle Hourglass and Sonic was, they were fun names. The only downside is, Sonic was intended to be short. I don't know about heavy, but Sonic was just too short in my opinion. It should have been a little bit longer. Well, Hourglass, it was an okay Zelda, but the Temple of the Ocean team, ugh, I hate that temple. I am not done enjoying when I have to go back there. But as soon as I get the weapon that can destroy those enemies, I am going to destroy every single one and enjoy it. Payback! I hate those enemies. Anyways, so yeah, that's all it was. Battle Hourglass, fun games. Irritating at times, but fun. If you want, I can actually go on a review or talk about each things individually. Just, this is going over at 32 minutes. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. If you want, I can actually upload videos where I talk about one thing individually and I can go into more depth. But I just wanted to do this to say I defeated them and what I thought. They were fun, sure. Just irritating at times. Especially this thing. Toss that temple. Toss those stupid enemies in that time limit. I hate time limits in video games. It takes up all the fun most of the time. But yeah. One thing was just irritating at times. But I'm definitely going to play them in the end. But now, I'm going to play Pokemon White. I've been wanting to play Pokemon White, and now that I've played this, I can play it. So yeah. Fun games. Do them upstairs if you ever want to. If you ever did DS, definitely try them out. You probably won't be disappointed. But if you get Battle Hourglass, be prepared to be irritated at points. Especially at the Ocean Deep Temple. Be prepared. Do not go in there without at least 2 healing items. Which, you can only carry 2 healing items at a time. I don't know why. One is very useful, as soon as you die, it automatically heals you, so that's useful. Anyways, this has been going on about 35 minutes almost, so I'm gonna cut this here. Thank you for watching. Again, if you want, just let me know, and I'll do, well, I'll probably do a review of these things, because I do want to do reviews, so if you want me to, I can go and review them. Just message me, comment, let me know, and I will do them. Because I'm gonna have a lot to talk about this game, so I might do a review of this thing regardless. Since I definitely have a lot to talk about. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope this wasn't a waste of time. So yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. Thanks for watching. I really need to get out intro, because I do not know how to just end these videos. I just keep talking and talking like I am now, and it just goes on longer, so I'm gonna shut up now. Thanks for watching. Friday games out if you ever get DS, but be prepared to be gut at some parts, especially in Film Hourglass. Prepare to be gut at some parts. But overall, it was still fun. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm gonna end this before it hits 36 minutes. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.